Youngstown, Ohio. Today, we go out to Youngstown a lot. There's a lot of criminal activity out there. And just a lot of shady people. I was once told, actually I've been told several times by several people that Youngstown used to be run by the mob or mafia, like way back in the day. And I don't know what we're talking. Like everybody says, oh, back in the day, you know, Youngstown was run by the mob. I don't know if back in the day means like the 1950s, the 60s. Are we talking maybe even earlier, like 20s and 30s? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know if it's true. It's just a rumor I've heard. I think Youngstown used to be called Steel Town because there was a lot of steel mills. Pardon me for my constant throat clearing. I'm going to, if you see that I've cut little snippets out while I'm driving, that's why. It's because I don't know. I have a medical condition and I don't know what it is. They don't know what it is. My gastro doctor's been a dick so far, pretty much. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it is, but, you know, if they would quit pushing my appointments back, we could figure it out sooner. Anyway, so, this subject, the client requested that we follow the subject today specifically. Like, they wanted one more day. I think they only wanted like 2 days, and we got some good stuff in those 2 days. But then they requested today specifically, so I'm wondering if he has a doctor's appointment or something and they're not sure of the time or what's going on. I don't know. Usually they will tell us if he has if the subject has a doctor's appointment. They know for workers' comp when they have doctor's appointments. And a lot of times they will tell us, like, the subject has a doctor's appointment or an IME, which stands for an independent medical examination, which means they've gone outside of the workers' comp doctors and they're going to see a different doctor. Which, honestly, if you're on workers' comp, is always a smart thing to do. So, but we do know about those. Like, workers' comp gets notified, then workers' comp notifies the employer, because they're the ones paying, right? That, hey, the person you're paying for workers' comp has an IME or a medical examination at this doctor's office at this date and time. So, and then they let us know, because we know for a fact they're going to be leaving the house that day. Normally, I had a subject last week, was supposed to have a 4 p.m. appointment. So I thought, okay, well, I'll get there at like 3, in case they leave early, because it was a good ways away. It was like a 45 minute drive from like the subject's house to the appointment, because I Google mapped it. So I decided to get there at 3, and actually my boss was upset. He thought I was going to be there already, like, right after my doctor's appointment at like 10 or 11 a.m., and I didn't realize that. His lack of communication sometimes, or just, not lack of communication, well, I guess it's lack of, I don't know. We've had a couple of mishaps like that where either I misunderstood him or he's even said, oh, I guess I should have been more specific. Well, yeah. If you want me to do something specifically, you need to tell me specifically, I need you there at this time, or I need this or that, or, yeah. Oh, looky, the coppers are up here just talking and having coffee. 2 troopers. Look, they ain't even paying a damn bit of attention to us. One's showing the other one something, like, maybe on his phone, or I don't know, something. They're not paying no attention to us. I'm sure they had a radar up, though, so. Now, let's see, they're actually marked up the road here, so I wonder if they were up here and moved first time, got really good video. Looks like an investigator was out here a second time. He also got pretty good video. He was active. He left the house. And like I said, the client, I didn't see that anything saying, you know, oh, hey, he's got a medical exam today or anything like that. It just said that they were specifically requesting that we do one more day and that it be today, specifically today. So I'm like, okay, off we go then. So I'm gonna listen to some music, and I'll update you a little bit maybe once we get there, or maybe once I get to Talon. We'll see. Oh, see, that said Austintown. Oh, yeah, the Saxon Club. I know where we're at now, because, oh, they got something going on at the Saxon Club up here today. They got some hot lunches and stuff. Okay. Nice. Alrighty. Sometimes, if my subject is close by in this area, at one point we had a two-man investigation. We had somebody pretty close in this area here somewhere. I don't remember exactly where, but it was, I want to say, within 1 to 2 minutes from that Saxon Club, right? And we set up a covert camera, like a we set up a covert Wi-Fi camera, all right, which gives us real time. And I sat up across the street, but then he sat up at the Saxon Club up there and was just watching the covert camera, so that way we weren't on the subject street, but we could still see if anybody left the house. So sometimes we will do that. We will set up, I'm actually working on building a couple of covert cameras. I just need a hotspot, like a mobile hotspot. Like, not on my phone, I need a physical mobile hotspot. And then you would basically hook the camera up to that and put it all into something covert that nobody's going to mess with. And then you can set it outside and point it at the subject's house. And then you could sit down the road or in a parking lot. That's my ideal, as long as it's close enough to the subject's house that if they leave, I can get, good video. Or if they leave, I can follow them, like, pretty close enough. Okay, well, my subject was not here when I got here. I even got here earlier. Last time I got here at like 8, and my subject was gone, and then arrived like 3 minutes later. So this time I got here at like around 7:30, 7:25. Subject was gone again, and then arrived at like 7:53, arrived back. So I believe our subject might be dropping a granddaughter off at school. Excuse me. Because they did claim that they helped take care of the granddaughter during the day. But the first day I was out here, I didn't see a child. But the other investigator that was out here, looks like about a week after, 5 or 6 days after I was out here, did see him with a child. So I thought he was totally lying about that. I even waited till, I think I did an 8 to 4 last time, which I felt like was a pretty good time, because if he was taking care of a granddaughter, I assumed he would leave around 2:33 to go pick the child up from school and bring the child back. But he never left, never went to a school, never went and picked up a child. I'm like, that was a lie. Apparently it wasn't. Maybe it's only on certain days, or maybe the child was on spring break that week, because a lot of schools were having spring break, and they never do them all at the same time. They're all at different times. So, but I need to move. The neighbor has a van. That's my dash cam. The neighbor has a van right in my freaking way. So I need to move, so let's do that real quick. I can only show me, I can't show where I'm at, but let's go. Not seeing any activity outside of the home, so maybe we will park. I'm trying to think where to park. He normally goes out this way, so I'm thinking across this street. Can I see the vehicle from there? Kinda. Not as well as I would like, but that might be where we need to park. Let me make sure it doesn't say no parking on. Okay. There's a car coming, so. I'm going way too far down the road than I would like here, but that's alright, because there's a cross street, I think, up here. Yep. Which is always a good place to turn around without having to pull into somebody's drive. I will pull into somebody's drive. I don't give a shit. Just to turn around. Especially in PA. Because that seems to be a lot of times that's your only choice in PA. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Seems like most people are parked on the other side. Woo-wee! That tree is completely covered in ivy. And I'm not sure, that might be like poison oak or something, I'm not sure. Okay. Let me see here. I did park up here the one day, kind of like in between these two houses, which I felt like was a good place to kind of park. I got a neighbor looking at me all weird though, so just for a moment we're not going to park right here. Okay, what is this? Okay. Now the cool thing is, it says my speed is, what is it, 25 through here? It says the school zone. Huh. It doesn't look like there's no cars at this school. It's an elementary school. So why are there no cars here? That's kind of weird. I don't like parking at an elementary school. Or any school. I mean, it's okay. I look like a soccer mom, so it's for the most part, it's all right. But I don't have a child with me, and people get weird, you know, and rightfully so. I get that. But that's where I'm going to have to park right now. I am going to call. Now you can see me make a call to the local PD, which I will cut some of this out.
You have reached the non-emergency phone network of the Youngstown Police and Fire Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up now and dial 911. If you wish to check on prisoner status, please hang up and call the Mahoning County Jail at 330-480-4950. Your call is important to us, so please listen carefully to the following choices. If you need a police officer to respond to your location, press 0 now, and the first available operator will assist you as soon as possible.
I think that's the one I have to pick to get dispatched.
For the detective division, press 1.
Okay.
Youngstown Police and Fire.
Good morning. My name's I'm a private investigator in the area, and I just wanted to let you guys know like where I'm at and where I'm sitting in case anybody calls, because it's a residential neighborhood. I'm pretty sure it's Youngstown jurisdiction. I'm on
Yes.
off of Okay, I am in I was here like a couple weeks ago. I was like, I'm pretty sure this was Youngstown and not Austintown, but they're so close, I never know which one to call.
Yeah, if you're on, if you're on the other side of Meridian, that's Austintown, and anything on the other one side is Youngstown.
Okay, good to know. All right, cool. All right, so I am in a 2022 and let's see, I will be here till about 3:30 today.
Okay.
So if anybody calls and says little black SUV, that's that's probably me too. I normally, if anybody asks, I just tell them that I work for the Repo Man and I'm just looking for a specific vehicle. So if anybody calls, you can tell them that.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good day.
Yep, you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
He sounded like he was breathing heavy, didn't he? So yeah, if I'm sitting, right now I'm sitting at a school, but if I'm ever sitting in a residential neighborhood, that's what I like. I always call the local PD because people will call the cops on me. I've had it happen more than once. If I can sit in a parking lot somewhere or set up a covert camera, which I don't have today, I don't have it all fully, I don't have everything I need built yet. And I had 4 days off. I don't know what I was doing. I've just been lazy. But yeah, anyways, if I have, why do I look so rough today? Let me see if I can, like, this lighting is doing me no favors. Let me see here. That might be just it's a little better. Look, these dark circles, like, holy cow. I did sleep last night. I didn't get a full 8 hours, but I did get like 6.5, 7, something like that. So, anyways, yeah, I like to call the local PD and let them know that I'm in the area. One, that way they don't send a cop out if somebody calls, and then it blows my cover. But also just, it doesn't waste their time and mine also. You know what I mean? Not only does it not blow my cover, but like that's just a waste of their time and resources. There's some lady sitting out here and it's weird. I get it. It's weird. I'm sitting in your neighborhood. I get it. So yeah, just FYI, if you ever see a car sitting up in your neighborhood and there's somebody, it seems like they're like, maybe, see, my windows aren't tinted yet. That's why I have this up, is so people can't see if I'm sitting in here or not. They still kind of can because it doesn't cover the whole window, but it helps until I can get my windows tinted. But I just had to get tires and brakes. Like I said when I was driving earlier, all in one paycheck. That was ouch. 4 new tires and brakes. I was not going to do brakes until the next paycheck, but then they started grinding. And then I had this weird noise and I was like, the fuck is that? It comes out. It was just a sway bar. Like it wasn't anything important, and the brakes had grinded down to like nothing, which is crazy because, like, okay, normally they put a squeaker in brakes. They do that on purpose so that when it starts squeaking, you know, oh hey, it's probably time to replace my brakes. So there was squeaking for a while, but it was only periodically, wasn't all the time, and it was when I wasn't braking. It was like this like on my wheel, and I'm like, there's something going on with my wheels, right? I asked them when I got new tires. Check it out. They couldn't find anything. Didn't look at the fucking brakes. I even asked them, I'm like, did my brakes look okay? Because I feel like I'm like past due for them. Like normally shops will look over and be like, oh yeah, you need brakes, you need this, you need blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to upsell you on all kinds of shit. Nope. They just gave me new tires and said, here you go, have a nice day. It's probably why I go to them though, because as a single woman walking in, I know they ain't gonna screw me. They didn't even try to upsell me nothing. Shit that I really needed. That they do, like brakes. They didn't try to upsell me on. I find that really odd. Like, at least let me know that I need new brakes, because I got a backyard mechanic that does them for me. But yeah, so, needless to say, let's see, now it's time. I had the heat on this morning, now it's time to turn the air on. Needless to say, I've just called the PD and let them know I'm in the area. This is where I'm going to be sitting. If anybody calls, now you know there's just a PI sitting in her car. So, like I said, if you ever see somebody sitting in their car for like hours on end across the street from you, mind your business. All right. Now, granted, I understand there's a lot of people, there's a lot of thieves, right, that will scope out houses and sit and see when people leave and when people are home and all that kind of thing. I'm getting antsy, like I need to move. Make sure this is not my subject coming down the road here. No, it's a very similar car, but it's not my subject. Okay, so elementary school starts later because now everybody's pouring in here to drop their kid off at school, and there was like nobody here before, so we're gonna get the fuck out of here because I don't like sitting here without a kid. That is creepy. I'm not trying. I know, understand, as the PI, I'm normally the creepy person, but I don't really want to be the creepy person today. Let's. This sucks because there's a big van right in my way of my subject's house, and I can't see it well, and I would really like to sit down the road, but I was creeping real slow looking for a place to park, and my neighbor across, or not my neighbor, but the neighbor across the street was like eyeing me real hard, and also there's like cars here and stuff, so I don't know if this is a good place to sit. I would love to, but I don't think it's a good place to sit, so to go down the way here. I just really, yeah, see, this is the only good place to sit. This would be a perfect place to sit, actually, but God damn it, he's still home. I just can't see because of this fucking van. It's like right in my way, and it's really pissing me off. I wonder if by chance, let me see if by chance, alright, we're going to pull into one of these, not that one. It's got an American flag and I'm keep my comments to myself on that one. I try very hard not to be a judgy person, but for one, this job kind of makes you judgy, but I still try not to be. But I tell you what, I will judge you by what you drive. Or by the fuck Biden flag that you have hanging out, but yet the top part is like bent over and all I can see is Biden. It looks like you're waving a Biden flag, and I just find that hysterical because you're clearly anti-Biden. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off for a second because I got somebody behind me. Alright, so I found a place to sit. It's kind of weird because the sun's always my enemy, right? At least when it comes to filming. I found a good place to sit. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses. Technically could be like 7 houses down because there's a big empty lot, which is where I was parked because that way I wasn't in front of anybody's home, which I prefer. I prefer to sit down where I'm not in front of anybody's home and I could see and I could record well. But this is where I can see where the van's not in my way. I can actually see if he comes out side or whatever. This neighbor in his van really just... And the neighbor and like my subject is very good friends with his neighbor. Because the last time I was out here, I caught like both of them on video, like just chatting it up. But anyways, there's never audio on our videos. So the videos that we take, we always mute the audio and upload it. So there's never any audio unless, for some reason, I happen to get covert video. It hasn't happened yet, and I have a feeling it's probably pretty rare. But let's say for some reason I follow my subject to a gas station and they fill up gas, right? Normally what we will do is pull up across the street or to a business next door or whatever and film them pumping their gas, right? We don't normally pull into the gas station. I've done that once. That was recently. And that's just because they seemed to notice me, so I made sure to pull in like I was getting gas, or I started cleaning my windshield and stuff, so it looked like I was there for a reason. And so they didn't get suspicious of me just being right next door, like I had a reason to be there. So, but normally, okay, so let's say I follow my subject to a gas station, right, and they're pumping gas and I'm right next to them, so I decide to pump just $5 worth of gas, or so I think that would may not even get you 2 gallons today, but you know what I'm saying. Like you kind of want to leave around the same time. So, but let's say I just get a little bit of gas or something and I'm recording with my phone, right, and they don't know it. Maybe I pretend I'm on my phone or something, and I overhear them say, oh yeah, I'm gonna bleed this workman's comp for as long as I can, or I'm gonna oh yeah, workers' comp still thinks I'm hurt, but I'm just fine. Now if I were to catch them saying something like that, it hasn't happened, and I to be honest, we don't normally get close enough to hear something like that. We normally just get video of them outside doing yard work or shopping, or loading heavy cases of water into their car or whatever. Like, that's the kind of stuff we're normally looking for, and it also depends on whatever their thing is, right? Cannot use right shoulder, can't use right arm, right ankle, left whatever it said. Like, it'll tell us, and sometimes it's detailed and sometimes it's very vague. It depends on the client. Sometimes they will tell us, sometimes it'll just say right sprain in right ankle. Sometimes it'll only say right ankle. Okay, was it sprained? Was it broken? They're not supposed to be walking on it. We don't, normally my boss is pretty good, like our managers are pretty good about trying to get just a little bit more information on that. Like, okay, so it's a right ankle. Are they not supposed to be walking on it? Do they have any restrictions? Like, usually the restrictions are in there. What are their restrictions according to their doctor? We need to know that so we can see, are they going things against their restrictions, right? They're not supposed to be lifting more than 10 pounds, and I catch you at a gym lifting, doing some heavy lifting or whatever. Like, that's the kind of stuff we're looking for, right? And that's the kind of stuff that the employers are looking for also, right? Are you staying within your restrictions, or are you doing things that your restrictions say you can't do but clearly you are doing? Companies like to build a case. So like this one, this is only our 3rd day watching this subject. And it just depends, like, on the client. Originally they only wanted 2 days. We got some pretty good video on those 2 days, so they decided they wanted a 3rd day, and specifically today, which is weird because I looked, I was like, well, maybe he has a doctor's appointment. There's nothing on the, oh God, now the sun's coming through, and this light is, oh my God, it's getting brighter and terrible, more terrible. Let's see, does that help any? No, worse. Okay. Anyways, that's the kind of stuff that we're looking for, right? And companies will, depending on what their budget is, will normally want us to get lots of videos so that they can build a very strong case against the person, especially large companies, right? Gosh, this is terrible lighting. I can't help where I'm sitting, though. This is the only place that I can sit that's, I've got, a view. Now I'm using my camcorder to record this, so if I get subject activity, I quickly have to turn it off, use my camcorder to record him. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys and let you know, like, this is kind of give you a rough of this. This is 90%, well, 80. I would say this is 80% of my day right here. I'm sitting in my car. I'm watching the house, and I'm waiting for something to happen. Because you have a right to privacy in your own home. I cannot record you in your own home. Even if you are in the front window, or let's say you're in the front storm door, right? You got the front door open, the full glass storm door is open, and you're doing jumping jacks, and you're not even supposed to be walking. Let's say you can't walk, or you got a busted leg, or you're supposed to be using crutches or some shit, and I catch you up in your front bay window, or front storm door, doing jumping jacks and flipping me off. I cannot record that. Technically, okay, the way the law is written, technically I can. If the general public could see it from the street, I could record like what I could see from the street, but I'm not allowed to zoom in. And even then, it's really iffy. It's a gray area. It's a good chance that a judge would throw it out because it is inside their own home. It's just, you could be doing jumping jacks and flipping me off, and all I would probably do is wave back and then leave. If you're flipping me off, then clearly you've seen me, and I'm gonna leave. But so yeah, you have a right to privacy in your own home. Now, the minute you leave your home, meaning if you are out on your porch, out in your front yard, out in your backyard, if for some reason I can see that. Some backyards I could see. It just kind of depends on how the... Sorry, there's a car that I was eyeballing earlier. I was going to keep my comments to myself. It's leaving. Yeah, that was just a really great area. So, like, if you're outside doing yard work, if you're out on your porch smoking, if you are outside of your home at all, I can record that. Even if you're on your property, I can record that. I'm also sitting on a public road. Anybody can stand on a public road, or even maybe the sidewalk. I don't know. It probably depends on what city and state you're in, of how they view the sidewalk. But I could probably record your house. I could sit out there with a camcorder and you could watch me, and I can take pictures or record your house. And the reason that is because you got to think, there's a lot of other reasons that people might be recording your house, right? Maybe they're looking for a house just like that, and they take a picture to go show the realtor, hey, I found this house and it's not for sale, but this is perfect. This is what I'm looking for. Something like this, right? Or maybe they really like the landscaping, right? Maybe they want to take a picture of it and be like, oh, this is really pretty land. Man, I want to do this with my yard. So you take a picture, right? Or maybe they just thought the house was really pretty. I've done that. I'm like, man, that's a beautiful house. Especially some of these old we have a lot of old Victorian houses in Ohio, especially up near the Cleveland area. And a lot of little towns too. And they're just so pretty. And sometimes I just take pictures because they're really pretty houses. Now, granted, I take pictures of those with my phone, not my work camcorder, but still, I'm like, it's a really pretty house. And sometimes I'll take a picture of it and just send it to my daughter, because she likes Victorian houses too. And she's like, oh, I want it. Every time I send her one, she's like, it's so pretty. I want it. I could live there, So yeah, there's lots of reasons that people might be taking a picture of your house. Doesn't always mean it's a PI. Doesn't always mean it's, you're under investigation or anything like that. But yeah, legally, anybody can take a picture of your house. I mean, obviously, Google does, right? They come by and take pictures of neighborhoods and stuff. Now, you might not know this, but you can request to Google that they blur out your home. If you say, yes, I own this home, and please blur it out, especially if, well, they've gotten good. They didn't used to blur faces when they first started it, like the Google Maps thing, but they do now. Anybody who's in a picture anywhere, they blur the face. If there's an up close of a license plate, they will blur that also. But you can ask them to blur out your house. It makes it a little harder for me. I don't know if I've come across that yet, where somebody blurred out the house. of a subject that I have. I don't think I've run into that yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. So, all right. I think that's all I have to update you guys for right now. I don't know. I'll come back if I end up tailing my subject. We'll see. Nobody was coming. It was safe to go. I don't know if I could have come out that way or not. Jesus. Okay, I need to catch up with him a little bit more because goddamn. Motherfucker. Come on, dude. Shit. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Nobody's coming. I'm going. Fuck you. It's like the third fucking red light I've run. Oh, come on. Jesus fucking Christ. I caught every goddamn fucking red light. Motherfuck. I don't know if he's that way or not. Alright, go on. Thank you. Today! Fuck! School near me. No. Middle school near me. Alright. Come on, dude. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna go back and wait for him because he was lost in traffic. No, I ran 3 fucking red lights. Vibe check, like, and Youngstown doesn't pass the vibe check for me. Yeah, I fucking give up following this dude. Like, no, he kept running yellow lights, and I ran 3 fucking red lights to try to keep up with him, and then lost him at the 4th one. Like, Jesus. Okay, so I got very, very little activity. I got him going to his car, tried to follow him, lost him, of course, thanks to, I ran 3 fucking red lights. Ran 3 fucking red lights and still lost his ass. Like, I was just too far behind. Tailing is so frustrating because if I'm not right up on my subject's ass, like, I'm gonna lose him. Just every fucking time. It's so frustrating. I lose them every goddamn time. Like, and my boss has been of no fucking help. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What could I do better? No fucking response. Like, thanks. Thanks. Look, if you're gonna get over, get the fuck over. Bitch, move your fucking caddy. Let's go. Jesus H. Christ. Now, see, I'm not tailing somebody right now, but this is the exact kind of shit that gets me caught up when I'm fucking tailing somebody. But yeah, I tried to hang back a bit, and I got caught by 4, not 1, but 4. Yes, I hear you. Shut the fuck up. Not 1, but 4 fucking red lights. I ran 3 of them. The 4th one I couldn't run. So I was like, okay. And I hope to God I didn't see any red light cameras. I'm hoping there weren't any, because otherwise, yeah. The investigator who had been there like 8 years that trained me, or I should say, quote unquote trained. I only got like a week of training, and it wasn't really training. We didn't even tail anybody. Like, that would have been really fucking helpful. So frustrating. Oh, hell no. This truck, You gonna make it, baby? You gonna make it? You good? Oh, you were close to me. Okay, you're good. Alright. You know what you're doing. That's good. Fucking semis make me nervous. Alright, let's go. Oh, that was a nice lack of a fucking blinker. I would say they don't come standard in that model, but it's the same fucking car as mine. I know goddamn well they do. I'm irritated now. I'm irritated because I lost my subject. I'm sure he's going to pick up the granddaughter at school, but I have an idea of where he was going. I just don't, but we don't know, like, what school she goes to. And this was our last day with this subject, so, that's all I got. That's all I got is, like, 30 seconds of video of him getting in his car. Whoop, sorry. That's all I got. Frustrating. Okay, are you gonna go or what? Go! What are you doing? Jesus fucking Christ. A blinker would be nice.
Merge onto I-680.
I swear, every time I pass that sign, it says this could be your last text. But I always read it as exit. I think because I'm like virtually dyslexic, and so the words, like the letters, just, I don't know, jumbled, and it looks like exit instead of text. I don't know. But yeah, I'm super annoyed today. Like, couldn't keep up with my subject. But I was also trying not to be like right up on his ass. Like, I'm like, okay, that's how I keep getting caught by them, is I'm right up on their ass and literally make every turn that they do. Like,
Merge onto I-80 West.
Dude, my guy, you're in a rusty ass fucking Ford F-150 in the fast lane, doing 70 and a 65. Dude, that's not fast. All right, you need to get the fuck over. Not right now, though. The universe gets in my fucking way all the goddamn time. And I think it's because I'm doing something I'm not supposed to, right? I'm spying on people, which we're not supposed to spy on people, right? So I really think that, like...
Keep left to continue on I-76
Yes,
West.
thanks, bitch. Shut up. Oh my god. Ever since I had a semi, like, practically almost kill me the other day, they made me fucking nervous. I get so fucking pissed off every time I lose my subject. Like, where's the fucking happy medium between not being right up on their ass and, you know, hanging back and not getting caught by a fucking red light or some slow fucker that wants to do 10 miles below the speed limit or even the speed limit, because most of the time my subjects do not do the speed limit. They usually go over. It's so frustrating. I mean, one of the investigator that trained me, he did tell me, he was like, you know, when it comes to tailing somebody, like it's hit or miss. It all really comes down to luck. And I'm like, okay. And granted, he's had 8 years experience doing this, right? So, okay. Like, I didn't see him lose his subject too often. Oh, well, you know what? Honestly, I wouldn't know because he never updated his notes. Until, like, I don't know, days and days later or something. You still have your blinker on. Are you getting over or what? Or are you just driving with your blinker on? Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to pass your ass. Mr. Maine license plate carrying God only knows what. Unfortunately, not a lot of activity today. They, you know, my subject, I think, dropped a child off at school, came back home around 8 a.m., and no activity until about 2:30, which I'm pretty sure they went to go pick the child back up from school and come back home. But by the time my 8 hours was up, I lost him. I tried to follow him. I lost my subject. Extremely frustrating. But anyways, so yeah, by the time my 8 hours was up, my subject was not back home yet. So yeah, that's all I got today was footage of my subject getting into the car and driving away. I've got like maybe a 30-second video for the company or for my client, and that's it, unfortunately. And some days that's all you get. Some days you get nothing. I was kind of betting on the fact that my subject dropped a child off at school this morning. And would have to go pick that child back up. So I was kind of thinking I would at least get that, but I thought I would get more. And honestly, I was kind of hoping that, like, dude, can we go? That he would go other places, but I wouldn't know because I lost him and he wasn't back by the time. Actually, he had to have gone other places because he should have been back, I feel like. I don't know what time the school lets out, though. I'm thinking 3, so maybe he noticed that men pay more attention to their surroundings and the people around them more than women do, which is kind of frightening when you think about it. Dude, semi, can you fucking move? Like, we're doing 5 over the speed limit, my guy. Come on. You got an empty trailer. I know you can speed the fuck up. Jesus H. Christ. Like, come the fuck on. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. We're doing 73 and a 70. Can we pick it up a little bit more? Thank goodness, like I said, as you saw, I called the cops this morning, and I'm kind of glad I did because nobody bothered me, even though I got a couple of looks from neighbors. The one neighbor, because, oh, thank goodness, thank you. The one neighbor, because he saw me like 2 weeks ago. He remembered my vehicle from like almost 2 weeks ago when I was out there. And I was the first one out there. He remembered me and waved at me when he left. And then honked at me and waved again as he came back. And I was just like, could you not blow my cover, guy? But, I mean, my subject wasn't out of the house anyways. And actually, I thought that kind of helps a little bit, because then it looks like I know one of the neighbors. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, this neighbor 2 doors down just honked and waved at her, and she waved back, so I guess she knows somebody on this street, you know. So actually, I would have minded it if my subject was outside and it caught his attention and he looked my way. Then I would have been really upset. But fortunately, since my subject was not outside, not even paying attention, it actually kind of helped for the other neighbors, because then they thought, oh, well, she knows somebody here. No, not really. I just kind of talked to the neighbor. I had to be honest, like 2 weeks ago, because I had my camera out. My subject was out in the yard doing yard work, and I had my camera out and had to record. And they were outside also doing yard work and looking at me. So I couldn't use my regular Repo Man lie. Normally my lie is that I work for the Repo Man and I'm just waiting for a specific vehicle to come down the road. It has pinged twice on this road, which means they, you know, and most people are like, oh, well, I don't know anybody that lives on this road that has that kind of vehicle and blah, 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 because they'll ask, like, what are you looking for, blah, 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 and I just make some shit up. Or something, or a lot of times I'll pick something close to my subject's vehicle, right? Like, if they drive a white Jeep, you know, I'll tell them, Jeeps are great because there's like 15 different kinds. But yeah, I'll just tell them, oh yeah, I'm looking for a white Jeep or whatever. Idaho plates. I don't know what the other one was. So yeah, unfortunately, that's all I got. And some days that's how it goes. Some days you only get 30 seconds and you lose your subject. Like, you get 30 seconds of them getting in the car, lose the subject, can't get another, like, you know, can't get anything else. And some days you sit there for 8 hours and get absolutely nothing. It's frustrating as all hell, especially when you're sitting there and you're bored and you're like, well, honestly, I'm never bored. I'm never bored. People are like, how can you sit in your car for 8 hours? I'm never bored. If I'm not watching my subject's house, I'm watching everybody else too. Not as much as I'm watching my subject's house, but yeah. I don't know. I enjoy people watching. Thank you for watching. I do hope to make more videos. Hopefully some will be a lot more interesting. Tomorrow I'm actually going to Pennsylvania. So I will be in PA tomorrow. And then, as long as my schedule doesn't change, which it is always subject to, then Wednesday I have a very special treat for you guys. I'm going to a small town. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm going to a small town, and I recorded last time I was there, but I can't seem to find the SD card or whatever that I recorded it on. So, thank goodness I'm going back for one more time. And I can re-record. I mean, it is just beautiful where I'm going. I told my boss, I was like, dude, I could totally live out here. This is beautiful out here. It's on the Ohio and West Virginia border. It's right on the Ohio River. It is gorgeous. So I will have lots of stuff to show you on Wednesday. I don't know when I'm going to get that uploaded. It might not be till the weekend or whatnot. But yeah, Wednesday I'm going somewhere, and I know I will definitely get not so much good PI video for you, because obviously I can't show you like my subject or my subject's car or house or anything like that. But I am going to try to find like cool little things within the town if I can. I didn't have time to do that today. Also, I was in Youngstown. I'm sure there's cool things in Youngstown. I just honestly haven't found them yet, to be perfectly honest. But thank you for watching. As I said, more videos will be coming, and I will have a little bit better content. I will have, right now when I'm recording me, I'm just using the camcorder for that. Like I said, at some point I will get a two-way dash cam. So it's recording inside and outside. But, you know, brakes and tires had to come first. So if you enjoyed my content, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. ADHD severely. I keep getting sidetracked, and also traffic. I'm trying to pay attention to traffic and where I'm going. But if you enjoy my content, please do like and subscribe. Notifications are always optional. I know personally I don't put notifications on anything. On YouTube, on TikTok, on anything. The only notifications I have are my security camera at home, my email, and my text messages. That's it. Like anything else, I don't need to be notified constantly when somebody uploads something new, or somebody, you know, I don't want all those notifications. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there like that. So yeah, I will never push you to click the little bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. I'm sure you will just go to my page, or if you subscribe the next time you're on YouTube, it will pop up. As long as you like and comment on something like, hey, I enjoyed this, or how fun, or even just an emoji or whatever. You know, that helps the algorithm, but it also helps put it onto, you know, your feed and your page. So yeah, you don't have to turn on notifications. I kind of get irritated when other creators are like, hit the little bell so you never miss a video of mine. No, I'm not that into anybody, my guy. Not anybody on YouTube, nobody. When I want to know what you're doing, I will just simply go onto YouTube and look up your page, or hopefully you'll come across, and then I'll click on your picture and be like, oh hey, I've missed a couple of videos. What have they been up to? I'll catch